Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, everybody. First off, just kind of here at the
Oops.
beginning, Red Whiskers. Thanks for the follow, dude. Welcome. Um, we're here to play D&D, and yeah, the
Is that wait? Is that what we're doing?
tonight it is. Yes.
Oh shit! I might be on the wrong stream.
No, you're in the right place. Um,
Yes.
we're currently missing at least one of our players. Another one may or may not be joining us tonight, just because of not feeling great. Um, but we'll be okay. They're typically the muscle of the group anyway, and not really too big on the conversational piece.
Hope we don't get into combat.
We'll find out. Really, just kind of
Crap.
depends on you guys.
Oh.
So, I don't really have any announcements for the beginning of this. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna say we just jump right into it. Is
Before we
there?
start, I did just text her.
Did you get a response?
No, I'm just saying.
Okay, no worries. Then so for the time being, we're gonna just. I'm gonna turn it over to you guys and see who would like to do the recap for this week.
Not me tonight.
Which is really, really, really rare.
I mean, I already have the inspiration. I don't need it.
I mean, you can always give us,
That is true, but maybe
Or
y'all could earn it.
I was just gonna say, or you could make them earn it for a change.
Yep. Yep. Let's see what that keen mind has.
Look, the character has the keen mind. The player don't. The player's an idiot.
If it weren't for the fact that I typed notes, I wouldn't remember either.
I only remember because I have to remember.
Well, that's fair.
I mean, I'm more than happy to do the recap if you guys don't have anything.
Well, the
Go
thing
for
is,
it.
we want the inspiration so that we can save our asses. So, okay, I'll try. Problem is, I don't remember where we started last week, but I know.
On's Grove.
Yeah, you guys were still in On's Grove at that point.
All right, so that tells me everything. Okay.
Yep.
So
It would
we
have been
had
the
just
following morning, but yeah.
we're finishing the feast that On was holding for us for helping him return to full power, which Rona, or Katya's player, and I were constantly talking about how it's amazing how much trust Katya has in Denock that she would just literally, Denock is doing something, I'm helping. not knowing anything, any context, just he's doing something, I'm helping. So, oh boy, we need to delete in the chat.
I got it. Don't worry. Keep going.
Yeah. I mean, hey, at least that's saying that we're actually getting enough traffic that bots are coming to us. So people talked to On. Denock had some burning questions of his own. Mostly were about how to contact the goddess of knowledge and magic. Then we left after. I don't think anyone had a major hangover. Just some awkward moments.
My awkward moment would not have happened if I was not extremely drunk.
Well, what I was saying was awkward moments between the characters who watched your moment.
I'm sorry.
Look, we're never letting you near a turkey ever again.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
you're not. Valinar doesn't remember it at all.
I think only Asta and Deanoch remember, if I remember right.
That sounds about right. If you want to know what he's talking about, go back and watch the last the last episode. Or the episode before that, I don't quite remember, but still.
You can find that over at the YouTube channel.
There should be a link in the channel bio.
Also on probably one of your favorite streaming services. Anyways, so we woke up, talked one more time, more of a, okay, bye, and took off from the big tree here in the center and started heading southeast. I know we reached like right here and we were trying to decide if we wanted to go this way to get here or this way to get here. And we chose this route. Finding a dwarven fortress along the way. Abandoned. Everyone's, long dead. This was built like not too long after the rise happened. Like this is
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I believe this was post-rise, correct? The fortress was post-rise?
It's only 1,500 years old, so
Yeah.
yes.
So yeah, a post-rise dwarven fortress. For those of you who aren't too sure what that means, the rise happened because of demons, basically. And anytime a settlement grows larger than 100, the demons somehow know that and descend upon the location to destroy it. So large locations took land masses and brought them up into the sky. That's where this large canal to our far left, past the Doma Mountains, came from. If I'm correct.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe this is where Valinar's island came from.
Or at least it's nearby. Because we saw my island in the sky long time ago. I remember that.
Yeah, while we were crossing the sea.
Yeah.
Or the channel. So yeah, we found the Dwarven Fortress. We spent the night there and had a perfect night. Because Rip is a generous DM and gave us bonus points to defense for creatively using something he just threw there.
Through there, sure.
Look, we looked at it and we investigated and didn't find nothing, so that's all I can think of.
You sure did there, Skippy.
Yeah, we moved on to Kolofón, which is the town we're in now, and had Katya go into the settlement to find out their numbers to see if they could support us. By the way, we did not leave him by himself. Herself, question mark.
Yes.
We're not... Deanoch is still not sure how to classify Katya.
Themselves.
Since the they-them does not yet exist. I think Katya may be where it all starts for this world.
As far as you guys are aware, that's true.
Anyways, so he met the half-orc village leader. Name escapes me.
Thargwall.
Right.
You guys are assholes.
What do you mean?
Look, you're the one who is bringing in difficult to
There we
pronounce
go.
names, so we're gonna make fun of it.
But that's how it's spelled. Thargwall.
There we go.
Close enough.
Like, just name your
That's how I would say
guys
it.
Bob or Jim or...
That's it. Everybody else for the rest of the campaign is Tony.
But what if he has an aunt?
Anthony.
Okay.
Anyway.
After basically saying, yeah, about 85-ish people live in town and can hold people, Katya, who is followed by my shadow assassin in his shadow, came back and told us, and we went into town to the bakery
Mm-hmm.
run by
Samantha.
begins with Samantha.
Mm-hmm.
And we sat, ate some really good stuff that made me hungry. And then Rock, our pet gray render, got a hold of the first sugar in his life and had his first sugar rush.
He had the zoomies.
Major
Holy.
zoomies. So I'm guessing he's about like a Doberman Pinscher size question mark? At least in terms of... But just like hefty.
He'd be like... Honestly, at this point in time, he's probably similar to Spike the Bulldog from Tom and Jerry.
Ah,
Okay.
that's pretty big.
But
'Cause
remember,
Spike is about-
in Tom and Jerry, even Spike is still only about knee height to
That's
the
right.
adults in that show. So he's
Right.
just a thick boy.
So, yeah, bulldog size.
Mhm.
Zoomy boy.
Yeah.
Who could probably go right through a building and just not even slow down. So we'll be thankful he didn't just do that.
Yes.
Thargwall was watching that and was also watching after Rock had his zoomy nap. Was watching Cardin basically doing the work of multiple villagers. And just standing there like, the fuck you feeding that guy? And then we went to the not an inn, but more of a
Person's
Wanderers.
house.
Yeah, it was someone's house, but basically being used as a traveler's bed and breakfast. It would... Oh my word! Hold on. This is someone's Airbnb.
Yeah, kind of.
Surface B&B. Trademark.
Come visit, never leave.
It looks like KD just looks like our archer just realized and is rushing to come to us. See how long that takes her.
That's all right.
I mean, that's pretty much where. That's pretty much.
Yeah, basically
The
where
recap.
we left off. We didn't even talk about entering it.
What? I thought we paid our silver and we stayed the night there.
No, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys are able to trigger a long rest if you so desire. Denock, take your point of inspiration if you shall need it. If not, add it to the
Heavy need.
Okay.
Dun dun dun.
That's great.
Wasn't this the first time we've slept in a bed since we got to the surface? Dang near.
Yeah. Well, not. Hold on, I gotta
Didn't
think.
we have beds in that tower?
You would
Or
have.
did I imagine that?
No,
Oh.
you would have.
But they would have been more like
Xander's.
military bunks, right?
Xander's had beds.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah.
At least we're not sleeping on the ground. Well, we haven't even been doing that lately with Dinox's hut.
Well, the hut isn't like
A hut.
Yeah.
It's just
So-
called a hut, even though it's not really a hut.
Yeah, it's like a dome. It's just an invisible kind of dome.
Okay.
So yeah.
It just keeps out the rain.
Yeah, pretty much. And the cold weather.
Okay. At least we're not sleeping on the ground.
Well, you would have bedrolls, but yeah. So, the only thing that I'm going to add to that is, and I had reached out to our barbarian friend to do this earlier today, for me, because I wanted him to make a persuasion roll, kind of as a passive thing for me, kind of as a retroactive kind of a thing. And he did so, and he actually rolled a natural 20. So we'll see how that comes into play later. You can see it here in the chat log.
So that's what that is.
Yeah. Also, Rona, just so that you know, I'm hearing every click of your thumb pad.
Oh, that's probably my headphones. I don't know why they do that.
No, you're good. I was just letting you know because I know that can be distracting at times.
There's got to be a way to silence that out. I'm gonna reduce the more background noise.
Okay. Well, you work on that.
Yep.
The morning comes. The day is yours. And what would you guys like to do?
First, I'll see if there's coffee here.
Coffee.
Okay. So you guys are currently staying with Beans. I thought I wrote her name down. I did. Mary.
Yep.
There it is. You guys are currently staying with Mary, and she explains to you guys that she doesn't provide food and drink for travelers, but there is like a local bar kind of a thing that serves drinks, and basically it is quite literally like a small house that has a bar, and it's ran by like a father and son, basically, is kind of how it is currently set up. They do not have extra rooms. The rooms that do exist are the extension of their house, if that makes sense.
Basically, they just have the drink location and that's it.
Yes. So she tells you that if they have what you're looking for, they would have it. Or if anyone would have what you're looking for, they would have it.
I'd say take our group and go.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
I mean, we're not gonna find, the fantasy Starbucks.
Again.
Mm-hmm.
That's Dinox Town.
Yeah. Do that. Okay. So you guys are given directions, and you guys kind of head over towards the effectively bar. The Mary would have told you that the owner of the establishment is a guy by the name of David. And he looks...
Mary and David, huh?
He looks like a very... he looks like a very plain human male, probably in his mid to late 40s. He's got some brown hair with a couple of patches, a couple spots of like gray just starting to peek in around the edges, and he's kind of got like a very thin kind of almost like 5 o'clock shadow kind of growing, and he is currently pouring drinks of a variety of in nature, while you see a almost like a copy and paste but minus 20 plus years of David grabbing these drinks and serving them to different patrons, as well as different foods that are being provided as well and served as well. The boy looks to be probably no more than 18 years old or so. And as you guys walk in, it is kind of busy. You guys notice a lot of the construction workers from the night before are currently in here, and eating breakfast. There's one guy off in the corner that appears to still be dirty from the night before, and he kind of has his head down on his table with a mug by his hand, kind of loosely gripped in his hand. And as you guys walk in, you guys can also see the half-orc male leader of this village, Thurgal, who is sitting at a small grouping of small tables, because none of these tables are very big. Most of these tables might seat 3-ish people, and he's got like 3 of these tables kind of pushed together, kind of off in a corner with chairs kind of around them, and he's kind of just sitting there slowly eating what looks to be like an egg and pork breakfast.
Interesting.
And I'm going to play this music. I was thinking it was quiet for some reason. That's what you guys see as you guys enter.
I didn't know that they had speakers here.
You see one of the construction workers currently fiddling with a lyre.
Oh, don't touch my lyre.
Okay, do we just need to silence you today?
Maybe. I haven't had my breakfast yet, so I'm a little, woo.
You're really snarky today.
Is that different from any other day?
Look, when I, Rom, say you're snarkier than normal.
Oh, I thought you were talking to Katya.
No, I'm talking about you sassing the DM.
Oh, I'm sassy. It's like my personality. I sass my supervisor.
Yeah, but you're doing it more than normal.
I'm sorry. Can I just order my breakfast now?
Sure. Where do you guys sit? Or do you walk up to somebody and
In a
try to
chair?
order first?
I suppose ordering would be a better option, yes. Order, then take a seat.
So you're going to walk up to the bar, the boy, what are you going to do?
A bar.
Okay.
I'm not gonna interrupt the server who's in the middle of delivering drinks.
Okay. You walk up to the bar, and as you kind of just, excuse me, you watch as the older gentleman, David, as you know, kind of just goes, "Have a seat, Kyle will be with you in a minute. Go on, go sit. I do not have time for you." And ignores you and goes back to pouring drinks and disappearing into the kitchen.
How rude. I've never had this kind of treatment before. Usually, when I walk up to a bar, somebody answers me and takes my order. Of course, I'm talking to myself now because he just walked away. Fine. Katya storms off to go take a seat.
Okay. You guys getting your own table, or what are you guys doing?
Yeah, I think we'll get our own table.
Okay.
Might be for the best.
Okay. You guys grab a table, and after a couple of minutes of sitting there, the younger boy comes by and kind of goes, "Hello, how can I help you guys today? Drinks, food, water."
Do you have coffee?
That's like a bean juice, right? I think so.
That's
you
one way
just-
to put it.
You just see Denox seem to age like 10 years.
Above game, Rom wants to use Mage Hand on an NPC.
First time in a long time I have. Like, fuck this brat. Do not disrespect my coffee.
You know, I think to change it up, I'll go ahead and have just tea today.
Right.
I'll just have water.
All right. 1 water, 1 leaf juice, 1 bean juice. Any food?
Leaf juice?
Yeah.
Breakfast, I believe.
Breakfast. All right. You got any problem with eggs and ham?
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
And an order for the rock dog.
Gotcha. Okay. Yep. That's a thing. Cardin orders 2 meals for Cardin. Sorry. See. So, what do you?
I'm sorry. What? One of my friends just posted a meme on Discord that relates to D&D, and it's fucking hilarious.
We'll share it in our memes channel, and we'll take a look at it later.
Okay.
There's he kind of jots all of this down real quick on a piece of paper and kind of goes, or on a, I guess it would be height or whatever, but yeah. And he kind of goes, all right, now in terms of payment, are y'all paying in coin or barter?
Coin would be
Coin.
preferable.
Coin. All right. It'll be. He like flips through his papers to like the back real quick and just right. It'll be 2 silver for food, and it'll be 1 silver for a non-alcoholic beverage.
Per person?
Correct.
Fair enough. So 3 silver. I might have to... Can you break a gold coin? Because I don't have any more silver coins on me.
Yeah. Let's see. Cardin.
Oh boy, hold on.
That's 4.
Does he know what breaking a gold coin means?
Above game, how many silver coins and a gold? 10?
10.
Okay, just making sure. So remove 1 gold coin and gain 7 silver. Boop. There we go. I have forked over 3 silver.
Okay.
Vert, do you do the same?
Yeah. I just straight have the silver though. I don't need to break any gold.
Yeah. I actually read that one before. I'm adjusting Cardin and Asta's character sheets, although I don't know if Asta has any money on her sheet. Well, we're about to find out. Nope.
She has no money.
There's no money.
She's been
on
robbing
her
us
sheet.
this whole time then.
We've been giving her money. She's got cash.
Yeah, but she just doesn't have it documented, which is
What must have happened was when she was taken by the fire giants way back when, they must have stripped away every bit of money she had, and she just, any money that would have gone to her, she's just been putting in the party pot.
probably not. It's probably just money that's in the ether now, because I don't know how much she would have had, and it's next to impossible to go back and figure out how much would be she should have. So
Yeah.
For today,
She's
I'm
like,
gonna say that
I don't have
she
any
pays
money.
her for-
Somebody want to lend me?
That's gonna be in the future. I'm gonna let her go for that next time. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna say for today, she pays her her fees and moves on. So, if she were here, I'd probably have her do something like
No,
that. But
she
she's not
needs to
here yet.
hurry.
I know she'll get here when she gets here. Um.
Why isn't she the party wizard?
What?
She does not. She's neither late nor early. She arrives precisely when she means to.
That's not true. So she you guys eat, or sorry, you guys pay your fees, and it's not terribly long afterwards, but if you after probably 15 minutes, food arrives, your drinks shortly before that, and you guys are given a plate of eggs and ham. It's nothing special. It's serviceable food that has been salted and peppered. And that's about it. Other than cooked, obviously. I'm not going to give you guys food poisoning.
Thank God.
But I also think you guys are still immune to poison for a little while, so
I think so.
you guys got one more day on it.
2 days after.
Yeah, I thought it was...
One day after tonight.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, and you guys are able to enjoy your breakfast. Is there anything you guys wish to discuss during your breakfast?
So, talking to the group,
Mhm.
like, I'm not being loud about it, but I'm not.
Hiding.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
So, obviously, there are secrets in this place. Everything with Samantha yesterday. And Thorgul said they know something about the cave to the other continent, but for whatever reason they're not saying anything to us. They're trying to hide it.
Oh, I mean, we are outsiders.
Yes. But it's frustrating when we need to get over there.
I mean,
And
why would they
then-
hide that information unless they feel it's too dangerous for us?
I take a look around and see if there's anyone paying like especially close attention to our group.
Oh, let them pay attention.
Go ahead and make
I like the attention.
Sure you do. Go ahead and make a perception check.
11.
Nobody's seen. Well, you don't see anybody like paying attention to you. You do see a few people like looking at you guys due to the fact that you guys are like the strange commodity in town at the moment. So you do make eye contact with a couple of people who are just kind of like oohing and eyeing at you guys, but the moment you make eye contact with them, they're like, "Oh shit," and just kind of avert their gaze.
One of those people that makes eye contact with me, I'm gonna smile and kind of do a like half wave, half peace sign at them.
Make a charisma roll.
Oh, this should
Oh,
be
boy.
interesting.
Also, what
Sploop.
form are you in at the moment?
I'm female, despite my not having the voice changer. Oh lord,
Okay.
that's
The
low.
lowest you've had in a while.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay. First off, high or low?
All right, we're not
Low.
going to have an archer either. Blind squared is going to skip on us.
Hey, that's low.
Understandable.
Yeah, that's all right. We'll continue on.
We don't need her. Anyway.
Um,
We'll get ourselves in trouble. She'll die, and then we'll make fun of her for it.
shoot, you said low, right?
Yes.
Okay. And now. All right, high or low?
High. Uh-oh.
Oh.
That's a low.
Yep. Okay. You kind of wave to a young prospect, I guess, and they very quickly like turn away, and you swear for just a moment, when they caught your eye, and when as they turned around, you saw them making a like a gagging face.
Maybe I'm not concentrating as hard on this ultra stuff as I thought.
Maybe. Yeah. Anyway.
I
Yeah,
swear, people
so
in this town are just so rude.
anything else you guys want to discuss?
Well, Enoch was going to ask the group if they had any thoughts about how to get them to talk. That doesn't involve Hardin's usual ways.
Go through the whole normal spiel of no, we're not going to kidnap the town leader.
This time.
We're not
One
going
of these
to pummel
days
them
we
into the
will.
ground.
Asta's threatening us in our Discord chat. So.
Gag at me, will you? Throws a lightning bolt.
Oh my god, the poor commoner!
Just vaporized.
Turned to ash on the spot, along with his friend. Anyway, do you guys have any suggestions for locating this? I do believe you guys have some tools at your disposal in order to find it. It's also, according to Denock, along the mountain somewhere. You could just use your eyes and go look.
Yeah, it could take a little while, but I mean, all we have is time, really.
Mm-hmm. Well, fortunately for Denock, he has keen mind, so he would be able to get you guys in a pretty general location. Most likely. Probably going to require an intelligence check, or actually, I'd probably make it a history check to see how close you could get there, Denock, just because of the speed at which the vision was presented.
We could also completely run across it by accident.
Potentially.
Well, give it a few days and the boon will reactivate.
Well, if we don't find it in a few days, we could just use the boon. I'm not sure we want to stick around here too long if they got secrets to hide.
Well, if nothing else, I guess we could wander the town, take a day to
What
have
if
some downtime.
we got Cardin up to a high location? He can see forever, can't he?
Roughly a mile.
So what if one of us uses polymorph and flies him up to a high location where he can kind of scout out the mountains from above?
I mean, then he's relying on that species' eye.
I didn't say that high up.
Polymorph doesn't allow him to keep his
No.
vision.
I'm not saying transform him with polymorph. Transform someone else or myself to carry him.
Ah.
Honestly, I think a Great Eagle might have a better perception than Card. Oh wait, no, he's proficient in it. Never mind.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I suppose we could just have a downtime day, just see where things go. Of course, always have a buddy.
Yeah, don't get caught alone.
And don't use the bathroom alone.
I don't know about that one.
What? You'd hate to get ambushed with your pants down. Okay. So,
I mean,
what do
some
you
people
guys-
can make that into an offense.
Nobody in this party.
Wow.
So, any other suggestions, or are you guys gonna get up and kind of just meander the town for the day?
All right, if neither of you are gonna say anything about it,
I'm getting caught up on my notes. Sorry. You want to have some downtime. I mean, we have been extremely busy lately. I guess it would help if we knew what there was to do for fun around here, or if there was any shopping.
We're on the surface. I don't think shopping's gonna be a huge.
True,
yeah,
but
okay.
this is the first location we've been to that takes coinage down here on the surface. They've got to have something.
They have. I will tell you right now, and you guys would be aware of this, just because of your limited, even with your limited time in this particular village. This village, their fanciest thing they have to offer is their bakery.
Oh,
They
well, I can't sit and eat sweets all day.
They do have like a general goods store, but it is very, very limited in what they would have. Like they have like rope and maybe some mountain climbing gear, and then like maybe a few other non-magical generic items, and that would be it. In terms of rations, they would not have rations for you guys to purchase and refill rations. You would have to buy something like bread or hardtack from the bakery.
Yeah, actually, that wouldn't be a bad idea to restock our rations since it's been a while since we've had a chance to do that, and I'm starting to see that I'm getting a little bit low. There's no telling how long we're going to be in that cave, and having extra rope and even mountain climbing gear might not be a bad idea. So perhaps doing some shopping for supplies that we're going to need for the upcoming adventure.
Wait,
checking my rations. Okay, funny.
I think I'm good. I also, once again, side note, do have a spell called Create Food and Water.
But you never use it!
Yes, it needed to. I will also say the ration, whatever rations you would buy from the bakery, they will only last for 1 week.
Well, that's not very helpful then.
Well, it's because she's not specifically making
Yeah.
Mhm.
ration food. She would be turning
She's
normal bread products into a makeshift ration.
Yeah, pretty much exactly.
Well, I sure would hate...
Because remember, a ration is hardtack.
Right. I sure am hoping that we're not going to be underground for more than 2 weeks.
Okay.
But there's no telling.
I mean, if we're going through a tunnel underneath the sea to another continent,
It could take a while, yes.
how long do you think that would take?
Well, I don't... Looking at the world map doesn't really tell us how far, mile-wise, it is, but let's think about how long we've been on this island, this landmass itself. And this is a relatively small landmass compared to the rest.
Can't really do that considering we've been doing a lot of diagonal.
Oh yes, but still. If we're using the world map as, sort of a reference, it will take us longer to travel beneath the ocean and what remains of this continent to the other continent. It'll take us longer to do that than it will for us to cross this continent alone.
Here's my other question. Do we even know if this tunnel goes to the continent we think it does?
Well, the question I asked the Boon was the quickest way to get to the Laputa.
Okay. So then, yeah.
Actually, you didn't even do that. You were like here, then here, then here, then.
Oh yeah, we've been around, but
this is kind of your guys' path that you guys have taken.
But how many days did it take us to get from Xander's Tower to On's Tree?
I believe it was like, well, it depends on which time you're referring to. The first time it took you like 3 days. The second time I think it took you 2.
Yeah. And from Doma Mountains over to the Bone Guard Mountains?
I think it took you 4 or 5 days.
Yeah. And that's not even all the way across from edge to edge. So now it probably took about 4 to 5 days to get from here to the Bone Guard Mountains, depending on how everything goes.
Yep. Right now,
so using that as reference,
on,
it could be a couple weeks underground.
As of right now, just to give you guys kind of a point of reference, depending on a check, you're looking at about 2 squares per day outside of On's domain. When you're within On's domain, you guys have effectively a speed buff to allow for quicker travel, which basically gives you an extra square per day. But outside of his domain, it's about 2 squares per day.
So 50 days. No, that can't be right.
There's 22 squares there.
Oh shit! Sorry.
No,
it's counting by the feet. Yeah.
Well, if you look underneath it, it tells you
22 squares. Oh, I see.
Yep.
So about a week and a half if we were to travel across from here. Oh my god, we could actually be underground for.
That's like 11 days. Yeah, so a week and a half. Yeah, a little over. But yeah.
Several weeks.
Potentially.
Depending on the distance. And we'll probably even be traveling slower, depending on how many times we get interrupted. The terrain itself, because it's going to be dark and or rocky and uneven.
Maybe.
We could get turned around a few times. Don't know.
Hey, D-Knock, I have a question for you. As you guys are kind of leaving the bar. Did you animate Squirrel this morning?
He's my familiar now, remember?
Great. I kind of forgot, but yeah, okay, cool. So where would you have him at the moment? Or would he
somewhere
be kind
in my robes?
Okay, so he'd be
he comes
on
out to
you.
play with Rock.
Gotcha. So he's on your person, but not in like its pocket domain. Gotcha.
He can poke his head out if he wants to start a lore thing.
I'm gonna go ahead and change city tracks here as you guys begin making your way outside.
One more question before I go off searching for supplies. Do you think they might have a place around here in town where I could get potion supplies? Maybe not potions themselves, but the materials necessary to craft them.
If anything, they would have an apothecary.
Maybe. You'd have to look.
I'll have to take a look around or ask.
So...
Maybe we'll at the general store.
So as you guys are beginning to walk around town, D-Knock, undying, undead squirrel kind of scrambles up to like your shoulder and like sits up and kind of just like looks around, and then just kind of looks at you and it just kind of leans over and puts its head like right next, like kind of right next to yours in a sense, and then just goes, "I want you to know this is horrifying."
What?
How loud does he do that?
It's like a whisper.
Okay, gonna roll for self-composure. Wisdom?
Sure.
I just feel like for composure for this situation, 12. So I kind of jump a little.
Yeah, I'd say you'd like jump startle, but not like jump scare, if that makes sense. At all.
Yeah, like, oh. Just my shoulders kind of move slightly. And I'm just like, hmm. And I just kind of cast an eye to the squirrel. That's not what the spell's supposed to do. Who are you?
Me? You know where I am. I'm a friend. Oh, right. I've never been this close to my brother's domain. Sorry, it's on.
Wait.
Sorry,
What?
wrong cracked.
What?
Wrong cracked.
Did he just say he's on? Or did I miss that?
No, you got it right.
Yup.
Okay, that's great.
Yup. On is possessing my undead squirrel.
Exactly. I'm speaking through your companion, and let me tell you, I do not like my brother's domain any more than I did yesterday.
It seems that the personality of the creature you're inhabiting slightly influences yours.
What are you talking about?
The On that we parted ways with was regal and the ruler of nature. This
Is a squirrel.
Oh, can't you see that I'm also very regal? He looks down and goes, "I'm naked!"
Oh my god!
I need Kleenex. Oh, I'm crying.
Oh, this is great.
Gosh.
Oh man.
I love it.
Blind and Blind are going to regret missing tonight. I'm gonna tell them in the Discord they're missing this.
Wow.
As he says that, and as you kind of take a minute to laugh, you watch as he like circles your neck and like just pokes his head out from behind your cloak, like gripping to your back and just poking his head out over your shoulders, kind of gripping to your back. So the only thing visible at the moment would be the head of the squirrel. He's like, "The audacity of you!"
Well, you are possessing an undead squirrel.
True. Regardless, I'm here. I'm even doing this in the first place to relay to you the information my sister gave me, because we totally forgot to speak about this.
Yes, so much happened in the morning, and
It did. And he looks at Katya,
Hey.
and then looks back to you.
Yes, all that. It still surprises me that it is a full body transformation with all the working bits.
Well, no, not exactly. I'm just borrowing. Anyway, Sayanthia reported that in order to help with your wife, she would need to be able to see your wife.
Let me guess, she has a problem like you did? That we need to go and assist her with regaining her full power?
No. Her issue is actually also your issue, I think? We cannot enter other deities' domains without their permission. And currently there is a domain around your city preventing any kind of deity transportation within. If you get
Do
rid
you
of the
know?
if you get rid of the cause of it, she'd be able to come.
Do you know
boy.
how long it's been there?
How long?
Yes.
Unfortunately, we do not.
Because it could... If it's recent, then it would be the Sleeping King, his follower.
That
If
is
it's
That is
not
most likely the
recent-
case, since none of our other siblings know of the domain's existence, or at least acknowledge its existence. That it is acknowledging that it is theirs.
Or it could be one of the two guardians. If they somehow achieve divinity through worship.
Unlikely, but maybe.
It's the only thing I can think of.
You can feel
But
it.
I can feel him shrug.
Yeah, pretty much. Other than that, you asked about someone to fight the Sleeping King with. She says a divinely forged object or weapon blessed by, in particular, our brother, our sibling Nock, in order to overwhelm senses. I don't know what that means exactly, but she believes that it would work.
Could you please repeat that last two words?
Yeah, I'll say it in my voice because A, that voice hurts a little bit, and B, it'll be easier to understand.
Oh, come on. Surely it's real easy to do.
I am trying to go as high as I possibly can, and I do not. I am not using a voice.
You
changer,
have a
so
deeper voice than I do.
it does hurt a little bit, but I'm good. So effectively, he said, for something to fight the Sleeping King with, you need a divinely forged object or weapon, and it needs to be blessed by the god Nock in order to overwhelm his senses, referring to the Sleeping King. And then he said he's not really sure what she meant by overwhelming his senses.
Well, fuck.
Anybody else here speak squirrel?
You would understand it because it's being spoken in common.
Good.
And if you guys
I'm
are
taking
close,
notes.
if you guys are close enough, you guys would all hear this. So it would largely just depend on if you had already left to go shopping at this point or not.
I haven't left it because we haven't decided how we're traveling, but I am nearby and I do see this talking squirrel, and it's as cute as a zombie squirrel could be.
Well, right now, right now you just see
Oh.
red.
Oh, that's terrifying. But I'm.
How do you think he feels?
I mean-
He's the god of nature possessing an undead squirrel.
I'm just maintaining my composure because honestly, I am weirder than this. So.
Honestly, the only reason why, one of the best reasons for an explanation of this is why this works is because it's a familiar. Quite literally the best explanation for this. So,
So him being a familiar made it easier for you to do this.
That is correct.
So we A, have to find another god, B, find one who possibly could be the reason my wife is in the state she's in.
Dianoc, what
I
if
am
she
unsure
was
what you mean.
What if your wife was cursed by the Sleeping King?
Okay, we're going above game real quick because
Mhm.
what Rom remembers is that before we went to the temple, An had told Dianoc it could be something from Nock.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's simply just because of the magic and how you explained it. That's basically what he's saying. Like he goes, it could be knock, but at the same time, it could be anything else. Without any deity examining the magic that binds your wife, it would be impossible for them to accurately state really anything other than the maybe.
Either way, that's still a lot of work. You gotta convince the god of war
Nope.
to create a special
Oh,
Trickery.
item. Trickery! I'm sorry, I had that wrong.
Yeah,
We gotta,
knock is the god of trickery.
that's even harder. We have to convince the god of trickery to forge us a weapon to fight the Sleeping King, beat the Sleeping King to remove potentially his domain over the island, just so that Scientia can come and examine the body, so we can find the solution on how to fix that.
So,
that's 3 gods we gotta deal with now.
well, hold on. There's a couple of things that you guys are overlooking, and I'm going to clarify a little bit of this for you. The first thing is the deity themselves do not have to be present in order to create a domain. The domain can be created with enough time and power by powerful acolytes. I will state that because that would be something you at the very least Dianoc or Valinar would probably know because of their studies in religion, as well as An would have told you guys this as well.
Well, I mean, I had said if it wasn't the Sleeping King's bitch boy,
Torben.
then it was possibly one of the other two.
Yes.
Of the 2 guardians. I said if it wasn't him.
Correct. So, it also, and you are correct. If those 2 guardians has achieved any form of deityhood, I don't know what that would be. They would they could have created their own domain in this regards as well, preventing them from any other god from entering without their permission. It also says a divinely forged, and I also said a divinely forged object or weapon. So, to begin with, you guys have in your possession, currently that I'm aware of and remember, 2 divinely forged objects.
Oh.
The stick.
Yeah.
Technically 3 then.
The boons.
Mm-hmm. Basically all of the boons and then your magic stick.
So we just had to get Nock's blessing.
If you can, exactly.
I know how we could convince him, though.
Another thing as well, you guys would know this because it's already been established to the best of my knowledge. The, shoot, what did I name them? Sorry.
Might be actually really easy to get Nock's blessing if we convince him that it is trickery to bless a weapon in order to slay another god.
Well, the the seven vestiges. They are the seven vestiges that were used in the war against demons. They are divine forged weapons, effectively, and they are created. They were created by the gods in order for man to help fight back, basically. And to my knowledge, you guys know where two of them are, or at least one of them and a potential replica.
One of them's with John.
Ding ding ding.
And I know Balnar's still carrying a replica.
Yep. You're carrying a replica, but I'm referring back to like the very, very beginning of the campaign. There was one in a bar.
I thought that was a replica.
I don't recall. I would have to go back and look at my notes. I just know I put one in a bar, and I can't remember if I said it was a replica or not.
I think we took it and got it inspected, and it was a replica.
That's the one Balnar's carrying. He's talking about a different one.
Yeah, the one you guys would have seen, because I think the one Valnar's carrying a replica is
A replica of Demon Slayer.
Yeah, a replica of Demon Slayer. The one I'm referring to is Hell's Gate, which is a great sword.
I thought John had Hell's Gate.
No, he has Heaven's Wrath.
Oh, okay.
You said Hell's Gate?
Yep.
Well, that helps me narrow it down.
It was a great sword.
Oh.
It would have been in like sub-session 10, probably.
Explains why we don't remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was right after we encountered Corbin's remains when we were first investigating and found out about him.
Oh, so...
Because we found the sword and then we asked someone in a bar about it and they pointed at the sword on the wall.
Yeah. So it would have been... So, I mean, that probably would have been around 20 then, not 10. But still, fucking forever ago. Considering we're at 103 now.
We found the sword in a hut, session 12. It is identical to a blade wielded by the Demon Slayer during the Demon Wars. We took it to Steel Fairy, the Minotaur blacksmith, in whatever town we were at the time, to have it appraised.
Mm-hmm.
She recognizes the sword, the blade, as the Demon Slayer. It's a forgery. But if we could find the man who forged the sword, we could get some nice weapons for him. We never found that guy, though.
So she had a blade on her wall that she referred to as Hell's Gate, because I remember that.
I don't remember that.
Sometimes I remember random bits of information that...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you remember what city that was in?
I want to say it was Deja, because I think it was the northernmost one.
In Thalna.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the Parallel Woods.
Yes. Where we'll never let you live it down.
Trying to see if I can... the particular individual.
Oh, looks like we're going back to that island.
One day.
Or maybe it was Tullus.
Oh, wait, what did you say the smith was?
Tullus.
No, the smith.
I know it. Steel Fairy.
Oh, Still Fury?
Steel Fairy. That was the name that I got.
I think it's
supposed to be Steel Fury.
I think it's Fury because that's what my notes say, and that's the city of Deja.
Okay. Because I got Steel Fairy, and I was like,
That was
that's kind of ironic for
a Minotaur.
Minotaur.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So
Okay,
that's
yeah,
where it
it's
would have
Deja.
been. Deja. Yep.
I have all three of those names, Deja, Tullus, and Inthalna, all kind of close together here, because they were all being mentioned at that time.
Yep. So, all right. So that's what you guys would probably remember, and kind of piece together of at least the vestiges that you are aware of. Oh, hold on. I gotta make a roll for Cardin because he's a dummy. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it correctly. Kablam! Nah.
Oof.
That's about right. He don't know. So. All right. So. Yep, that is the information that An is able to give to you, and he is going to be like, unless you have anything else, I hate this form, so I'll be going in 3, 2, 1. Bye. You watch as the scroll kind of like goes limp and then and just kind of disappears within your cloak.
Well, that was something.
Isserus. That's what was the name of that place.
So. Plenty for you guys to work on now.
Almost
We have a lot
too
to
much.
do.
Yeah, and if you remember, you also have a little bit less than a year to do it in.
We also have to find all of Tenebrous generals. Or 7 Sins, or whatever they were called. What if we focused on trying to just stop the islands from falling first, and then worried about hunting down the demon generals?
Well, no matter what, we need to get back up to the island, so we need.
Yeah. So Lapita, we definitely can't afford to waste too much more time. We should get up. We need to get our supplies and move on.
I
Or
am
if-
close to finishing getting the teleportation circle, but the catch is it'll put us right in the middle of my church.
So
But you'll be
going
surrounded
ready
by
for
allies.
war.
I'm sorry, Kadi. You think they're my allies?
No,
Remember,
we
he was.
are your allies.
Say we'd be surrounded by allies. I mean, no.
You would be surrounded by allies. Us.
You would have 5 allies, Valinar, that's what he's saying.
See, last time you were there, you were an enemy of the state, or the church, or whatever it is. Now,
Both.
Kind of the same thing.
yes.
Yep.
But you are essentially alone and on the run. Now you have friends to back you up, and we are some powerful friends, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, I'm just worried about the possibility of a couple people who might be nearby when we show up.
Nah, what's the
Considering
worst
one
I
of
could
them
do?
Considering one of them could see me through scrying.
Hmm.
Isn't one of us proficient with the spell Hold Person?
That would be me.
Yeah, so what's the worst you could do?
Break the spell
Um,
and then retaliate.
Valna's just pointing at Deanoch while he says that.
It's a risk that we'd have to take. Or just temporarily banish her. Put her in timeout.
Yeah, that'd work. Maybe.
For
Or
a
we
few
could just,
minutes.
you know,
For a short time.
or boots hit the ground and just run.
I think if we showed up out of nowhere in the middle of the church, everybody would just be more confused than anything else and wouldn't have time to react.
Unless we showed up with a massive group to take all of the attention off of us.
Or if someone here were to learn a smoke screen ability or something.
No, I was thinking about raising up an absolute massive army of undead.
Oh, that won't scare them to death or anything.
Well, as long
if we showed up with an army, it wouldn't be looking for us.
Well, there's also a small catch, Dinoc, of bringing an army of undead into a temple surrounded by clerics who can do the same thing I do, where we just disintegrate undead.
Yeah.
Yes, but they will have a pause. In which case we can use to run.
Fair enough, I guess.
You won't get any of those bones back.
Well, that's a price I'd...
And also taking into consideration everything that's going on there, it'd probably be best if each of you guys also carried a holy symbol. Considering the city.
So do we have the means to? Oh, the Laputa. What didn't we have a forge on the Laputa where we could create such things?
You did.
So, again...
We gotta find the Laputa.
So one problem at
It
a
all
time,
comes back to
guys.
that.
So
it looks like...
The problem I'm hearing is you gotta find the Laputa. How are
Yes.
you going to find the Laputa?
We're trying!
Well, I'm
We
saying,
have to find...
you guys have got to find the tunnels, to the best of my knowledge,
We have
right?
to find the tunnel. That's our
Okay.
next goal. Find the tunnel.
How do you guys wish to proceed to find the tunnel?
Get supplies, rest today, and then fly Cardin.
Oops.
The problem is, we had just spent over a half hour talking about this in the inn. We were trying to figure it out.
If you guys wish, you guys could break into a couple of teams where you could have Cardin scout and have a couple of people go make a supply run.
What if Dinoc stayed here in town with Well, I nominate Dinoc to go and do the sensible thing and get us the supplies that we're going to need. I have to be present to allow Cardin to get up into the air one way or another. No?
Polymorph has a casting range of like 60 feet. You cast that on, say, for example, Asta. Asta carries Cardin, and you can go shopping if you wanted. You just have to maintain concentration while they're gone. And as long as they're not gone for more than an hour, they'll be fine.
What happens if I upcast it? Doesn't that add time or something?
It lasts for an hour.
Oh, really? There's no...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's no benefit. Yeah,
No.
okay.
There are a few spells that don't have a benefit of upcasting. However, you are a sorcerer, so if you had the meta magic extended spell, you could use sorcery points to effectively double the time. But,
I do not.
well, sorry, Charlie.
Movement type. There we go. I need things that can fly. I'm currently searching through my mind to think about
Your best bet,
at least
honestly,
large enough.
is best. Your best bet is a giant eagle, which you guys have used in the past, I believe, or you specifically have used in the past before, I believe.
Maybe I remember it being a dinosaur at one point.
Yeah, but I think you used a
Perhaps.
flying creature one time to intercept a big, fat, ugly demon one time.
The Quetzalcoatlus? I think that's what it was.
No,
Yeah.
that was what we were planning
No,
to...
that was...
Or
No, no, no.
originally planning to use just go over the ocean before we realized,
Right.
oh
right,
wait, that's
right,
a bad
right.
idea.
Yeah. Okay. Hmm.
Let's put it this way. Do you do it?
Well, of course.
Then I will have Asta and Cardin roll some things in the background while you guys go shopping. Is everybody else going shopping with Katya?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. What are you guys going to go shopping for?
Okay, so let me do that
Well, just
polymorph.
anything we can use as temporary rations to supplement our own.
Oh, right.
Oh no, I don't have this one documented. This could be disastrous.
Can we say we went out of town to do this?
Well,
Sure.
of course. I'm not gonna do it in the middle of town. It's like, hey, you, poof.
Okay.
Gonna go out to the edge of town and do it. So
Okay.
Just let it happen so we know what the spell does.
You want to just let it happen?
Well, that's what I'm suggesting to Katya.
Well, and that's why I'm asking him if that's what he wants.
I don't really want to because if it's something bad and it keeps me from casting the spell,
But at the same time,
it would be nice to learn. I'll try to suppress it.
Okay, go ahead and make your charisma check.
Boop, boop, boop. Oh
absolutely
no!
not.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't just happen; it happens to full effect.
Yeah.
Whatever that looks like.
Nothing seems to happen.
Yeah, see, that's probably why I don't have it documented. I felt it coming, and nothing happened.
Nothing. There does not appear to be any change, that
Okay.
you can tell.
Then I'll let them go about their business. I tell Asta before I transform her, make sure you're back before an hour has passed. At least on the ground.
All right, let's find out how smart a giant eagle is.
I said before transforming her.
Uh-huh.
Oh, right. Oh, hell. And if she can't figure it out, we had to rely on Cardin's intelligence. Oh, no.
So after
This could be fun.
Katya's spell goes off, I do cast Identify to see if I can see if there's a change.
On Katya?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a random idea. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't.
Yeah.
Like, who knows? I could get a blurb like saying, this person is under the effect of X spell. I know it doesn't work like that, but hey, let me dream.
Mm-hmm. I want to say it wouldn't identify the effect because it's not a magical spell effectively, but I would say you would get the sense that whatever happened to Katya, there is insanely powerful protection magic around him at the moment. So insanely powerful. I believe abjuration is the correct.
Of course, I don't tell him
spell.
this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you don't? Damn.
So I believe, yeah. So abjuration is things like blade ward resistance, a lot of defensive spells. So yeah, it would be incredibly powerful abjuration magic that currently surrounds his entire body.
So I just walk up to Katya after. Ooh.
Try to punch me.
No, wasn't gonna punch. I just walk up to Katya and I'm like, "Hey, Katya, hold still for a second."
Hmm? Ah!
Does I'm gonna give you advantage because of surprise. Does a 16 hit?
My armor class is 14, so yes.
Yeah. Okay. You would take. Actually, call high or low for me real quick.
Hi.
Oh boy.
Okay, you take no damage.
Oh. Okay.
So it seems that you are underneath a incredibly powerful shielding spell.
You guys watch as the electricity blasts into Katya, and it just ripples around this like very thin kind of almost ethereal, almost like a protective shell, and it just kind of sits there all the way around his body for a few moments before dissipating into nothingness, as it has nothing to continue the electrical charge with. And Katya, there is not even a hair out of place.
Interesting.
So above game, so that it's clear for you and your notes, that is a resistance to all damage, but because you called the high or low correctly on a natural 1, in that situation, because of the way that this spell is working, this effect works, it went all the way through. So instead of just resistance, you gained immunity.
Okay, so it's either resistance or immunity.
If you not won, yeah.
Okay. Otherwise, it would be complete immunity to all damage. All damage?
No, otherwise it's resistance to all
okay.
damage. If you just allow it to happen, it's resistance to all forms of damage. You don't know for how long unless you want to sit here and experiment with it.
Just keep hitting me every couple minutes, and we'll see. And the next thing you know, I'm on the ground. Ow!
So, as you guys go to buy things, you guys are looking to just buy rations. Is that right?
Well, things to supplement our rations. So, breads that will last a little longer than a tea or cake would.
Okay, so you're basically going and buying stale bread, effectively, or like you said, hardtack. I would mark these as separate rations because they will only keep for 7 days. And they would still.
We'll eat those first.
Samantha, I believe that's what I said. Samantha,
yeah.
would sell them to, Samantha, would sell you guys a day's worth of hardtack for 5 silver, for a day's worth.
So basically, I'm just going to get like 7 days worth.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
Just get a week's worth of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And how much would that be total?
For all of us.
Well,
20.
For one person purchasing.
35 silver per person.
So 3 gold and 5 copper or silver. 5 silver.
Per person.
Per person, yes. So 3.5 times 5? Is that how many of you there are?
3.5 times me, Denoc, Cardin, Asta, Valinar.
17 gold, I think.
17 and a half.
Electrums in here.
Well, I'm just going to pay for myself.
17 and a half gold.
Yeah, so just pay for yourself. It's 3.5 gold.
Oh, yeah. That's easier.
Somebody will have to buy for Asta.
And Cardin.
I can mark Cardin's. He'll reimburse whoever spends it, so don't bother.
Done.
I mean, we could just, message Asta and say, hey, how much gold you got?
The answer is none.
You don't get an answer. She's an eagle.
Oh boy.
Anyways,
Yeah. Cardin and Asta return to you guys about an hour and a half later. A little bruised. You see some dirt and some sticks in Asta's hair and Cardin's beard. But otherwise, they return to you guys and state that they did not see any opening in the side of the mountain that would have indicated a cave system, at least not on the southern side of the mountain near the village.
so
We may have to search the northern side then.
Deanoch will try and remember, like, what the vision showed him.
Okay.
And you had said is history earlier?
Yep. History, yep. I know you're pretty good at that.
Straight or disadvantage?
It's a straight roll, in my opinion. It would be disadvantage, but you have keen mind, so...
11's not going to cut it.
It's not bad, though. You would remember that it's that you were able to see
I saw the village at the very least.
Yeah, you saw the edge of the most northern edge of the village before the vision turned into the mountain. And that's what you remember.
So the best chance it's right up here. Somewhere. I saw the most... Like, I can only imagine is a northern edge.
I would also say with an 11, you do recall that the vision and where you were traveling would have been roughly ground level. You didn't remember it elevating in any way, shape, or form past where your vision would be normally at.
We may even be searching in the wrong area. I don't think it's on the mountain. I think it's at the base.
Well, the whole purpose of elevation was so that they could see further. Perhaps we should try it again and search a different area. By
the way, what happened to you two?
Don't ask.
I'm gonna guess that I said try to land within an hour, and there might have been some falling involved.
I rolled a 4 on my intelligence check as a bird.
Okay. Are either of you two greatly injured?
No.
Okay. So, are you willing to give it another try?
I mean, we could all just go look at the wall. It's like
What
noon.
wall?
It's like noon at this point, and they're referring to the mountain side, like the base of the mountain and that area.
I suppose we could all travel there and take a look around, and if we don't find anything outright, fly you again and see if you can't find it just a little bit further off.
Okay. You guys down for that?
Sounds okay to me.
Well, let's finish getting our supplies in the case we do find it. We still have to stock up on rope and maybe mountain climbing gear, because there's no telling if we'll have to do any kind of climbing inside the cave.
Okay.
I do believe Deanoch said something about a big drop.
He did. So what I'm gonna say is, let's go to break, because it's
Okay.
a little after 10:30. 10:30. We'll do this shopping kind of offline, just because what you're after is relatively simple. You just need to decide what it is you want and how much of it you want, and then make the markings accordingly. Okay.
Okay.
All right, guys. So we're gonna take a quick break here, and we'll be back in a few minutes. BRB. And we are back.
Ha ha ha.
And for the sake of expediency, you guys have all entered or exited the north side of the town, and have effectively made your guys' way to the base of the mountain.
Okay, so we have done our shopping already.
Yes, I said we were going to do that kind of off camera.
Good. Man, that went quick.
That
And
way
already-
it's quicker.
I already used the party fund for the climbing kits.
Yeah, basically.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, basically they bought climbing kits, rope, and some rations. So you guys really did not miss anything exciting, I promise.
Oh, that's the best part is shopping.
We actually just finished killing Torben and facing off against the Sleeping King, so
Oh yeah, campaign
nothing
over,
exciting.
guys! Like congratulations.
Oh, come on. That escalated too quickly. It'd be too easy if the enemies just came straight for us. But I mean, that happened once, and I regretted it.
Didn't they put you in a box?
What?
I don't know. So, you guys find yourself kind of at the base of the mountain. This kind of large, naturally forming jagged cliffs of rock reaching towards the sky, kind of at the edge of a small forest, kind of greet you. What do you do?
I just get hello.
Hmm?
Oh, everything got
listening.
quiet for a sec.
Because I don't know what else to do. I've tried to get us to go someplace, and I keep getting shut down.
You guys are at the mountain.
Hmm?
We were going to the mountain, right? The wall.
Was Enoch trying to take us somewhere else?
I was trying to get us a downtime day.
Oh.
I mean, what did you want to do during the downtime day?
Figure out, other things in the town. Because I figured it would take them longer to do things.
I mean, with the aid of, polymorph, things go pretty quickly. I mean, I'll give you the rundown of the town. You guys have pretty much experienced all of it. It's not a huge town. Most of the people tend to keep to themselves and just keep busy. A lot of the able-bodied men help out with like construction and working fields and working with farm, like some different farm animals. But for the most part, people just tend to stay busy. There's no blacksmith in town. There's basically the bakery, the basics of general goods stores where they're mainly making nails, hammers, and rope. There is a carpentry, or a few people who are skilled in carpentry, but they mostly make lumber as well as like tables and chairs for home decor. But I mean, like I said, I'm not sure what you want to do here in this particular town for downtime. There's not much here.
It's like I said earlier at the very beginning.
Mhm.
I was wanting to try and talk to the people to try and convince them to tell us what's going on instead of
Okay.
Cloak and
would
Dagger, and we just went to this, and it's just like
No,
okay.
no. We can back up easily. Easily can back up. Why don't we start your conversation investigation with the general store kind of shopkeep?
Yeah.
Who you guys?
While we're shopping.
While you guys would have been there shopping. So we'll just rewind a little bit. You guys are currently doing your shopping. We'll say that this individual running this small establishment. His name is, we'll go with, we'll say Horace. And he is kind of like a short, middle-aged gnome.
Ah, so he does a lot of shouting. That's why he's hoarse.
I don't think I was going to have to do this today. Hold on, I'm going to get my mage hand.
When the DM gets mage out.
Uno momento, por favor.
I earned it from the DM.
And this is how much psychic damage you're taking.
The hand of God doth smacketh you.
Hold on, it's a loading. Neat. We're gonna.
Is it gonna be Bigby's hand? Whatever that upgraded mage hand is.
Excuse me. I mean, that's kind of. How do I?
That's not
Interesting.
what I'd say. There we go.
Well, we're gonna make it work like this.
I'm curious to see what's going to happen.
Me too. There you go.
Oh wow. Arcane
hand?
It's effectively the same thing. It's just named differently in this in Roll20. Yeah. There you go.
26 strength.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Bigby's hand is no joke. So you wanted to talk to Horace.
Am I supposed to be like dodging?
Anyways, so while buying things and forking over the 125 gold for the 5 climbing kits.
Don't forget the extra pythons. I calculated we might need about 40 of them if we bought all the rope at the other store. Or this is the general store, sorry.
He'll throw them in for free because you guys are making such a large purchase.
Neat.
Sweet.
Deals.
Well,
Mainly
thank you kindly.
Mainly because I don't want to know how much 40 pythons will cost you in gold pieces, considering they're 5 copper apiece.
Well, if they're 5 copper a piece, that's 40 copper pieces.
Shut up.
Okay. Aye, sir.
Actually 20, but
Dinoc, I believe you were helming this part of the investigation.
Mm-mm. I'm basically I'm just gonna throw out there like if he's like even curiously looking at the fact that we're getting 5 climbing kits.
Yeah, he would be. He'd be curious. He'd probably be like, "You planning on doing some climbing, huh?"
Perhaps
Nah.
spelunking more like. We're hoping there's a cave system somewhere near here.
Really? Huh. I mean, kind of looks confused for a moment and kind of goes, "Honestly, I can't say I know of any cave systems that go downward
Insight
in
him.
this area. Absolutely.
Same.
Go for it. Insight the commoner.
11.
Fuck me.
I got the best. So Valinor got 11. I got 17. Katya
That's
got
a lot
nat
of rope.
1.
So even with a natural 1, you all can tell that he's not lying, but he is not telling you the truth either.
So you do know something.
So you said that go down. What do you mean by that?
I mean, hold on a second, I gotta burp.
That means you know of a cave system.
Woo!
Don't throw up, jeez.
No, I'm fine. I mean, yeah, I know of a cave system. There's a supposedly there's a cave kind of on the north side of town and kind of west-ish on the west. No, east. I meant east. My bad.
West?
East. Cardinal directions, big guy. And he kind of just goes, there's supposed to be a cave. There's a cave kind of to the east that's got that supposedly goes into the mountain some ways. I would assume, considering that we are on ground level, that it would lead up into the mountain. I mean, I wouldn't think it would go down, would it? What does it mean
Caves
if it goes
generally
down?
go down. Caves generally go down. But we're hoping it goes down at an angle. Preferably that direction. And I point roughly to where...
You point roughly east. Got it.
East, southeast.
Why would you want to go in that direction? That way it's just the ocean.
Possibly. But there may be something more. Thank you for your assistance here, and thank you for the free
Yeah.
pythons.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for your business. I haven't had a purchase this large in many years.
Have a good day.
You as well.
Pretty much just bought out his shop.
You did. He looks around at his empty store and goes, "Oh boy, I better get back to work."
So now we have a somewhat...
General location.
I rolled a 3 for his check. So, and as a commoner, he has no pluses. So, do you guys want to try and talk to anybody else, or are you good?
Well, now we have the general idea.
Yep.
All
And that's all Dinog wanted, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you guys head to the mountain, kind of to the eastish side of town. And once again, we'll fast forward to you guys getting there. What would you like to do?
Look around.
Yeah? Would it be survival?
I will
Or would
allow
it be nature?
honestly, because you're looking for something, I would allow either perception or investigation of your choice.
Oh, perception is
Investigation.
17.
God!
Wow.
Can we get,
I am not
can we get
doing
some
well.
things from the other two?
Yeah, I'm gonna have Asta aid Carden, and he's going to make a perception check. And that's just because he's got high perception.
Jesus.
Unless he does that.
Yeah.
All right.
11, 17, 18, 14.
4.
Val's our best.
Valinor best with 17. Okay. Yeah. You guys spend a little bit of time, and you do eventually find a cave kind of on the side. However, it looks to be like what would have been a small bear cave once upon a time. It goes into the mountain maybe 40 feet, and then it just ends. And Dinok, you would know that this is not what you guys were looking for.
Mhm.
And as you guys are continuing to look along this kind of
Mountainside.
yes, mountainside, Valinar, you'd be the first to notice it as you hear like the rustling of leaves and of the brush kind of behind and around you guys as you kind of turn around to, see what the commotion is. You see Thurgal making his way through the brush and kind of just goes, what you all looking for out here? Kind of
At the rate
smiles
we're
friendly.
going, at the rate we're going, I do not believe we'll find it in time.
Find what?
But-
In time for what?
Have you ever heard the term doom-driven heroes?
I can't say that I have, but I reckon I can put one and one together.
I think it's time we just straight up say it and come clean. The world's ending in less than a year.
Well, that's some heavy news.
I feel like Cardin would just look over at you and be like, "You knew this."
I know, but it's a heavy news to throw on him.
Yeah, but Cardin's still an idiot. I still feel like he would. That's how he would respond to you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he kind of goes, "Well, I don't know."
The islands up there are going to fall in less than a year. And when they land, well, let's just say the demons will have an easy time combing through the remains. We're on a quest to stop it.
Hmm.
And to do that, we need to get to the landmass over there. Insert name here.
Can I
I'm pretty sure-
insight to... Sorry. Can I insight to see if he believes us at all?
You can in a
Or Dina
moment.
at all?
You
Okay.
can in a moment, because I'm gonna need Dinok to make a persuasion check. I'll give
I
you
wasn't done
advantage.
talking.
I know, but I'll give you advantage all with the check. Go ahead and finish what you were saying.
All right. Where was I? Trying to remember that real quick. Oh yeah, okay. I received a vision from a godly artifact.
Raises an eyebrow.
I actually pull it out.
You hold an orb in which you ponder sometimes.
And the vision showed me a cave system near this village, leading underneath the ocean to the next landmass, which is where we need to go. I believe you have an idea of what we're talking about. But you're not sure if you can trust us. I understand that.
He's
And I'm
eyeing
asking you, what would it take for you to believe us?
How about if An just came out of nowhere and told him that we helped him out?
That'd be a little too convenient.
Wouldn't?
Yes, it would. So kind of due to the vague assistance of Katya earlier, go ahead and make a perception check with advantage, or persuasion check with advantage, Denock. As Thurgle, as you kind of go through this and explain all of this, kind of looks up to the sky and kind of looks around, looks at you and kind of raises an eyebrow and looks at your artifact a little bit, kind of like, "Ooh, shiny orb," and kind of looks
Here, bin luck.
to.
Ooh.
Add 4 to that.
Okay, so 18.
So 18.
This is important.
It is. And you technically had decided to do it before the result was dedicated, so I will allow it.
I was looking for my buttons.
Next time, if you're looking for button, just say, hold on, going to bend luck.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm bending luck in our favor, hopefully.
Yeah, just state what you're going to do. That way I'm not like, I already declared that it, so. And then Valinar, you can go ahead and roll a insight check at this point. As he kind of looks at you guys.
Dang.
Okay. He wants to believe Valinar. He wants to believe you guys. And he kind of goes, I suppose if what you are saying is true, then the world might be mighty fucked. Now, I don't know if you
That's
realize
putting it
this.
mildly.
I don't know if you realize this or not, though. This world is already kind of fucked. So, I got a question or two for you. Are the lot of you, and he looks to all of you, kind of individually for a moment, with kind of a serious kind of look on his face. Are the lot of you even half your weight in gold like your red-headed friend there? What was that?
Valinar, you seriously got maybe 1 or 2
Great.
sounds out.
Fantastic.
Yeah, you're back to normal.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. I forgot what I was saying. Okay.
He's referring to Cardin, I'm sure.
Any of the rest of you red-headed?
I can be.
I mean, Enoch has
Go,
no hair.
moving on. Valinar, you were saying.
When he says something about, because he was saying something about proving our worth in gold, or if we're worth as much as Cardin is, or whatever.
Yeah, basically.
I would mind link with him and go, what do you need us to prove that?
Ooh.
He kind of like looks at you like kind of quickly and pointedly and kind of like not like overreacting but reacting to your ability to do so, and he just kind of says out loud, not sure how that one there works, but
And I just turned to Cardin and Valinar. I'm like, did one of you two do the mind link thing again?
Yes.
Secretly,
Gotcha.
I'm using
That's my
message.
oh, you're messaging somebody? Who are you messaging?
I'm messaging the same guy. If knowing forgotten spells counts as proof enough.
He's like, I don't know how that there worked. Like turns his head over his shoulder, like looking back into the woods for a moment, and then looking at you, like because he recognizes the voice, and he kind of goes, "That there is also another funny one. I don't dare understand them there magic."
And then I have my shadow assassin melt into my shadow and melt out of his, and just tap his shoulder. That one's mine, by the way.
Okay. Is your shadow assassin immune to non-magical damage?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical.
Does it say anything about silvered or anything like that?
Does not say anything about silver.
Okay. You would actually watch as he like taps him on the shoulder as he like jumps and like from like what appears to be nowhere really to your guys' eye pulls like a very thin long blade and just like swipes through your shadow assassin, and he turns and lands in like a stance where he's got the blade out in front of him. It doesn't deal any damage to it because it's immune to the type of damage that he dealt, but you do notice that like when that slash went, it was a killing blow for most other humanoid creatures. And he's like, my apologies. And he kind of slides the blade back into kind of a hidden sheath that seems to be hidden within kind of like his pant leg. And he kind of looks to you guys and kind of like, it's just a question. He says, looking to you, Valinar, and goes, there aren't many men that can do what your friend there has done yesterday. And I want to believe your story, Denoch. I do. But I have people I gotta look out for. And you guys just showed up out of nowhere, asking about tunnels that lead to other continents.
If you don't know whether or not we are worth our weight in gold, like Cardin here,
I would like to potentially offer you an exchange of services. I know a bit about what you're referring to. But, as a return of payment of sorts, I'd like for y'all to investigate some people of mine that have gone missing over the last few months.
It's always missing people, isn't it?
I mean, that's how we found out about Torben, isn't it?
That is true.
We're not really sure what happened to these folks. They were just kind of out exploring and never came back. I'd like you to find out what happened to them. And
if alive, return them.
Of course. And if you can do this. And if there's a issue or problem that is a reason why they have gone missing, solve that problem however you see fit. And I'll make sure to do everything in my power to help you guys get on your way to where you need to be, or need to go. Want to go? Yeah, that one. Sorry, I ain't the best at learning things.
Well, then we're going
You're
to
among
more
good company then, and I just kind of nod my head to Cardin.
He kind of smiles.
So we're going to need more information about these people that have gone missing then. We need to know, I guess, a rough description, where they were last seen, or where they usually go, so we have an idea on where we can begin our search.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Could easily provide you with those details. The question is whether or not we have an accord or not, though.
I
Enoch?
I do believe this would be the quickest way. After all, I'm sure that this tunnel, if it exists, I just kind of send him a wink, is probably highly guarded.
Or well disguised.
And either finding it, as you said, if disguised, or getting through it if guarded would be detrimental to our progression. Cooperating with you would be in our best interest.
Spits into his hand and holds it out to one of you guys to shake.
No,
Lovely.
no, not me.
You just hear Deanoch mutter, "Lovely," and then he tries to spit into his hand, but without really lips. It's kind of like drools into his hand a little bit.
Oh, as long as it's not acid spit.
To be fair, you would actually probably have some better practice than other Dragonborns, considering your elemental affinity with acid. But yes, you do so, and you shake his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
The fact that the music went quiet to loop there made me think we were going to get a music change, and we're going to get like some kind of demonic blood pact music. For a split second, I'm like, great. We've signed a blood pact with something other.
It helped to really accentuate that moment.
Kind of. Yeah, maybe. But he kind of goes, all right, follow me. And he's going to lead you guys west of where you currently are. And as he goes, he kind of describes to you guys a few individuals. There's a total of 5, all male, all in their probably mid-30s. And then they have a kind of a different variety of distinctions. One was elven, or half elven. One of them was dwarvish, and then the others were like human in race. Oh, excuse me. And he explains to you that all of them would have been bearing a sigil. Of like a, oh god, I'm trying to think of how to describe this.
A symbol of like a guard group or something?
Not exactly. It would have been something closer to. It would be something closer to a kind of like a think like a classic devil pitchfork. Okay.
Okay.
And then that with like the sensor X over top of it. So like an Xing out of the
an anti-demon squad.
Effectively.
Okay.
When he kind of and instead of describing it to you, he actually shows you a tattoo of it on his right bicep.
Nice.
And after probably 20 minutes of walking westward, you guys are just past the far west side of town, and you guys can still see just bits of the village kind of into the distance. And he kind of, all right, mind the ledge. And you watch as he takes a huge step, like bringing his knee like all the way up to like his chest, and then pushing into the mountain. And you watch as his foot passes through the wall, and as his footstep goes through the side of the mountain, he lowers himself into like a crunched position, almost turning his torso into like a rolling stone in a sense, and pulls the rest of his body through the side of the mountain. And he will vanish from your guys' sight.
Illusion magics.
So all we really needed to do was detect magic along here, and we would have found it.
You could always try, yeah.
I mean, we know where it's at now. Let's follow him.
I take a moment to commit the surrounding area to memory.
Okay. Pretty easy for you. I want everybody to make a acrobatics check for me. And this is
Woo!
mainly just to determine how graceful you enter the area.
Ah, very gracefully for me.
Pretty darn good for me too. Oh,
Not bad, Carden. Not.
and Asta.
It takes me a minute because I got to swap through things and then things load, and I don't know why it's not staying open for me. In all honesty, but
That's low for her.
Alar's gonna fall on his ass.
Or face.
It's more of just like you kind of stumble because you like your back foot catches on the lip as you guys come in, and as you guys turn and come in and kind of look back at like kind of like this opening, you guys see that there's a section, effectively like a rectangular box kind of cut into the side of the mountain here, and it's maybe 2 feet wide by like 1.5 feet tall. And it's almost like in like chest high in the wall area. Asta actually has a little bit of trouble getting in just because of like she almost has to like jump in order to get up through the ledge, and then like rolls in through. And as you guys kind of take that in for a moment and you guys turn and see Thurgoll looking back at you, behind him you see two other individuals. You cannot tell what race they are as they are standing in heavy metal and steel armor at the moment with kind of spears, not like pointed at you, but like at the ready. And Dinok, you would remember that this is slightly different from your vision. You don't recall there being guards right here the last time you were here, or the last time you had this memory here. So, as you guys begin kind of entering kind of a cave in a sense, and he's just like,
Is this where we're going to search for the missing people?
sort of, follow. And he turns and begins walking away, and he kind of nods to the rest of these two individuals, and they kind of give him a nod back, and he leads you guys further into the cave. Do you guys follow?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going back.
Okay. As you guys follow in a little bit, the cave itself kind of becomes narrow at a point where you guys have to walk single file for a little bit. And then eventually, after probably 5 or so minutes, Carden and Valinar, you guys would hear this first, and Carden would pick it out first because it's a sound somewhat familiar to him. And you guys begin to hear the Carden and Valinar would begin to hear the high-pitched sound of metal on metal. Ting! Ting! From a far distance, an echoing of this ting! Ting! In the distance. And as you guys get closer and closer to the sound getting louder and louder, you guys begin to actually hear more and more noise, busyness, the sounds of a city.
Whoa.
As the tunnel emerges into a massive open cityscape under the mountain. Underneath this kind of mountain, you look, and there are dozens and dozens and dozens of buildings. You guys see pillars of smoke going up indicating multiple forges running all at the same time. And there are probably thousands of people moving about, doing daily chores, working. You see some men training, using different weapons, fighting, hand-to-hand combat as well. Others running laps. As Thurgold enters and turns to you guys, as you guys' mouth is kind of opened and in a kind of just in awe. He goes kind of, welcome to the real Kolofón.
Kolofón.
The major one of the 4 major trading ports in the world. And one of the 4 homes of the world's resistance.
You said 4?
4, correct.
Did his accent change?
That was me above game, sorry.
Okay.
It was just a slip. We have just about everything you could want down here. We have soldiers, we have healers, we have men and women and stores and and there are some other civilians here as well. Also, this is where most of the elderly reside in their later years.
So, Dinok, did your vision show anything about this?
No.
It looks vaguely familiar. If in your mind, Dinok, this looks like that kind of very quick blink of a building that you saw. It was so incredibly fast, you wouldn't have, like, if the people weren't here, you feel like you might have recognized it, but the buildings here are mostly made out of stone. There's a little bit of woodwork, but mostly carved and worked stone as you guys kind of look around. And
Also specialty.
and it is a sight to behold.
Well, this certainly explains why they take coin. So we can really look for supplies here.
Now, you understand, if you tell anybody about this outside of the people who already know about it, we will kill you, right?
I mean, I can't think of anybody who we could tell who would actually care.
You, as a magic person, should know better than anyone that you have to be careful about who you tell, because who else can use magic?
Demons and yes.
Ding, 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 ding.
Well, given that this one learns his magic from, well,
Feelings.
himself.
Can you even
Well.
call it learning magic?
It's
Well-
more like I feel it. Like an emotion.
Well, all of y'all are still standing after eating breakfast at the bar, so I imagine that you guys don't have any kind of demon taste, any demon touch in you. So,
Oh, I see what you're getting at then. No, we're definitely not demons. As a matter of fact, we have been fighting the demons since we got here.
oh, I'm
Even
very much aware that y'all ain't no demons. If y'all were demons, you wouldn't have made it outside of the bar this morning. You kind of says,
Probably wouldn't have
giving
made
a
it into
sly
the city.
grin. One of the few things the people here know is that all the food that is prepared within the city outside is a natural repellent against demons. Not necessarily one enough to really like hurt them or kill them, but they damn sure react to it.
Salt and pepper?
Holy water, son.
Ah.
To you, it's just
Oh.
water, basic ingredient in any kind of cooking. But to
You
a
mean this?
demon,
And Valnar pulls out his flask of holy water.
looks at it and goes, "Yeah." Drinking it as a demon, though, that right there can be painful, at least from what I can see, anyway. So the fact that y'all didn't have any kind of reaction this morning or yesterday from the bakery, part of the reason why I began to trust you in the first place. And then there's him, and you see like Cardin, who's just like currently trying to keep Rock from like chasing rolling boulders or something like that. Just no, stay. And then just for the hell of it,
And then I'm just like, I hold out my arm, squirrel, distract, rock. Oh.
does a he does okay.
Can it give him advantage?
Sure, and that'll beat Rock's number. So between Cardin and the squirrel, you guys help maintain Rock's concentration.
Man, you should have named that squirrel Paper.
Anyway,
1 second.
Or hell, since it's a skeleton, Papyrus. Oh, come on now. Okay.
Anyway, if you'd follow me, I'm gonna show you where.
Shit.
I'm gonna show
No
you
real
where
damage.
you can. Where
Oh,
you
no
can
real damage?
begin
Okay.
your where you can begin your search.
You just get a minor headache.
Ow.
And he's gonna lead you guys to kind of like the far west side of this city, and you come across what appears to be some kind of like mining tunnel. That is like not like boarded up, but like is currently got a few boards across the front entrance of it, just to dissuade people from going down it.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of goes, all of them went down this way, and they never came back. This is where you know your investigation kind of begins. To my knowledge, it is mostly a straight line there with a few branching alcoves, but not really sure too far myself. I've only been, down a little ways, but this is where it begins.
All right.
Now, if you all need to stock up or supply on anything, the city is amicable to trade. You'll just have to use your gold there. And without my stamp of approval, there will not be any means of transporting to another island, okay? So don't get any smart ideas on me either, alright?
Denock just kind of looks at him and says, "My word is my oath."
And I greatly appreciate that about you. But you can never be too careful these days.
And I do believe that since we thought that the village above ground was the extent of the village, we've already stocked up on supplies for heading down underground anyway, so we should already be prepared for this investigation.
Though, looking at this place now,
We could
there's
check it out
something
later.
I'm hoping to be able to order and have done by the time we're done with this investigation.
Does it have anything about... Would it happen to be anything to do with a spell that might stop us from falling and going splat?
No. But it does involve a spell. Do you know a silver worker around here somewhere?
He kind of laughs a little bit and he goes, just about every blacksmith here uses some form of silver. He kind of pulls his blade a little bit and you can see that it's basically completely got a like a silver kind of plate to it. And he goes, most of our weapons are covered in silver in order for us to fight against most demons are pretty much immune to damage otherwise, so most of our weapons are covered in silver to some extent. There are a few...
Who would you recommend for delicate work?
Ooh. Are we still referring to on a weapon?
No. No weapon.
Well, Dinok, you can't keep us in suspense forever.
I'll tell you whenever we get to the place.
Yeah, give me a minute. I'm gonna get a name.
Going to invent a name.
Or pull out a name from a list.
I would recommend Freya.
Freya?
He's got a thick accent, so you're looking at like Feyra.
Feyra, okay.
Yeah. Thick accent, kind of hard to say. Fayra.
Okay.
She's got some of the most nimble fingers in the entirety of the city.
Oh my.
He gives you a wink when you say that.
I almost typed nipple, thank you.
What?
Oh.
Sure.
The most nipple fingers. Thanks for that.
Where's the quote list? Where's the quote list?
I think we need to make one at this point. Damn.
We have one.
Oh, I don't know where it's at then.
Funny quotes.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. Yup.
All right, now. Well.
All right.
I suppose, though, that if you don't need anything else, though, I'll leave you to it and let y'all handle your own business here in the town.
Thank you very much. I will get this done, and we shall begin our investigation right away, I believe.
Of course. I'll leave y'all to it. I have a city to get back to. I almost pulled a Boris.
Uh-oh.
Brief context: Boris was my first ever D&D character, and just imagine Grog from Critical Role, but dumber.
Wow.
Yeah, he had an intelligence of 6.
He made the demigod himbo.
Himbo?
So I took a lot of inspiration from Grog on that character as well, so you'll have to forgive me as well, but I just about went bidet as as Thurgal would leave you guys, as he turns and just kind of, have a good day, y'all, and he'll depart, leaving you guys in this underground...
With a natural ending.
With a natural ending, and leaving you guys in this underground city, of, oh my god, my throat, Kolofón,
Kolofón?
and we'll pick it up there. In 2 weeks. Ooh, maybe not. We'll talk.
Yeah, no.
We'll talk. I'll tweet and put in announcements when our next game will be because of the holidays and stuff. We probably will end up taking it off. But
What if we did one more next week?
we'll talk about it.
Okay.
So in the meantime, guys, have a good weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Be kind. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Rewind.
Good night.
Good night.
All right, everyone.
Or good day.
Good night, all.